Good morning, everyone. It's Stretford Post. How you're doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, evening, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining me, guys. Before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash a like on the video. If you guys could do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's delve straight into it. Now, guys, look, I'm a little disappointed because I've been scrolling around internet, Twitter, all social media platforms this morning. And I've been seeing people already falling for the same tricks. I've been seeing people slandering the likes of Garnacho and Mainu, etc. You know what? This is prime Glazeronomics for me. The Glazers will leak something out there. Ineos are the Glazers, in my opinion. They're Glazers 2.0. I don't care what anyone says. They're part of the same team. They facilitated the Glazers at the end of the day. So basically, the Glazers and Ineos leaked this news about, Garnacho, about his agent, about, wanting to leave the club, etc. Not shutting down the rumours, which plants a seed in a few of the Manchester United heads. So that if we did end up selling Garnacho, we won't blame the Glazers, we won't blame Ineos, we'll blame Garnacho and his agent. It's prime Glazeronomics, guys. Now, look, I was raised in an era where we had the class of 92, and I saw many players come through. I saw many players drop as well. When I think about back then, and I think about young players that were coming through, and how we nurtured those players. Nowadays, it seems if you're not as good as Lamine Yamal, you're not a good player. If we went by that logic, David Beckham at 19 years old was on loan at Preston North End. If we didn't believe in him, if we didn't nurture him, we wouldn't have seen David Beckham, the great David Beckham at Manchester United. He probably would have stagnated into the lower divisions. Not everyone is the same. You shouldn't paint everyone with the same brush. We're all different. Every single player in football, their skill set is unique to them. And that is with every human being in general. Lamine Yamal is a superstar at 16, 17 years old. Where was Cantona at 16, 17 years old? Do we just say that, Cantona ain't good at 16, 17 years old? On your bike. Is that what we do at Man United? Do we just write off players at 20 years old or 19 and 20 years old? Do we just write them off? Do we believe the rumors that come out onto the airways, which has blatantly been planted by the Glazers and Ineos? I mean, if it wasn't, why aren't the Glazers coming out completely, denying and rebunking and fighting against these rumors that are going around against key players in our squad? We should be building the team around Garnacho, Mainu, Ahmed, Euro. We should building a team around these guys, not, keeping the dead wood, not mentioning. Isn't it funny that we're not mentioning the dead wood at the moment? Isn't it funny that we're not talking about, the players that have been cracked this season, isn't it? It makes me laugh at the end of the day. They know they can get money out of Garnacho. They know they can get money out of Mainu. This is why they planted this seed. Also to see who's going to come in and bid for these players. It's about time we didn't fall for the same Glazeronomics. We're brighter than that. As Man United fans, we should be experienced at what they're doing at the moment. If it's not that, we'll get a new contract. And then, oh, look, it's like a new signing. We kept him. It's like a new signing. This is Glazeronomics, guys. Need to wake up. Need to be open. You need to be clicked on, guys, in regards to what the Glazers do. The Glazers are tactical. They brought Ineos in so they can do decisions like this. Before, they wouldn't transfer this to the likes of Garnacho and Mainu, because they know that if they did that, there will be a backlash from a section of the fan base who have not been manipulated by the Glazers. So at the end of the day, they got these Ineos in, Jim Ratcliffe and co., to do the dirty work for them. Unfortunately, there are people that have been manipulated by this. And I don't think that people are quite awake to what is going on. This is Glazer-nomics. This is prime Glazer-nomics, in my opinion. I've seen this story before. I've read this book before. I've seen this movie before, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's read some of your comments, guys. Absolutely good to see you all in the chat. Absolutely. Top man, Sal. Big up, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Absolutely. Good to see you, man. Morning, everyone. We still owe the Glazers. The reason we have a situation is Jim Ratcliffe's. Absolutely. It's a Glazer-nomics, mate. It's Glazer-nomics. Good afternoon, Sal. Decision day apparently for Rashi today. Yes, news in regards to Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford looks like he'll be doing his medical today. Rumor is he's doing a medical at AC Milan, and Marcus Rashford could go to AC Milan. Now, the stipulations of the deal are not quite clear for me at the moment in regards to whether he will stay at AC Milan. Is it an obligation to buy, or is it just a loan? We really do need an obligation to buy it. We need to get rid of these players, to be honest with you, if I'm being honest, guys. We really do. Rashford, Casemiro, these players need to be off the books. And I'm interested to see what AC Milan have offered in regards to the wage packet. You know, the wage packet. What is the wages in regards to Ineos? What are they offering? You know, in regards to AC Milan, what are they offering? Is there a percentage deal with Man United? Because that is what we were looking for. We're looking for AC Milan to pay a huge percentage of the wages. Is this going to be the fact? We'll have to wait and see, of course. Morning, Sal. Big up, Buzzy. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I'm annoyed about the transfer window, boys. I'm annoyed about it as well. And you know what? I keep hearing rumors about Mainu and Garnacho, and it is really annoying me, to be honest, Buzzy. And you know what? We should be looking at transfers. We should be looking at the next player in. We shouldn't be looking at, you know, what's selling our star assets at the end of the day. It's disgusting. Now, we as fans shouldn't be falling for this Glazer-nomics. Ineos are Glazers. Ineos are Glazers, and only the most sinister person would deny it. Now, what's going on right now is pure Glazer-nomics. It's pure Glazer-nomics, and until we get this sorted, you know what? Until, you know, they can prove me wrong, Ineos, but that's what it's about. This is what we're going to get, isn't it? Buzzy, they are wasting time signing someone. Absolutely. They're wasting so much time, my friend. We've got 2 weeks left of this window, and they've got to work. They've got to start moving. It looks like Marcus Rashford will be leaving the football club. It needs to be replaced. We need a footballer in there. We need someone in there. We need to replace these players. We can't just get rid of Marcus Rashford and that's it. Game over. We need to replace these. What are we going to do? Throw Ruben Amorim to the slaughter? Is that what we're going to do? Their own man, the guy they appointed, they're going to throw him to the slaughter. You know, it's important that we really understand truly what is going on in this window. We truly understand who's to blame. You know what? We're turning against players. We're turning against 20-year-olds. We're doing that instead of focusing our energy on what the Glazers are doing, what Ineos are doing. We need to really target the Glazers, not target this guy and that guy and that. It's the Glazers. This is Glazer-nomics. This is a Glazer-nomics January transfer window. Prime. Perfecto. At the end of the day. And round we go. This is what they do. It's crazy. By the way, I still enjoy the victory against Arsenal. Absolutely, Chow. It's all about believing. It's all about saying that we will get there. But the Glazers, as you said as well, Chow, the Glazers need to support Ruben Amorim. They need to support Ruben Amorim. They need to support him. And they need to make sure he has the best possibility of being successful at Manchester United. Because at the moment, they're not. At the moment, all they're doing is spreading rumours. That's all they're doing. Spreading malicious rumors. Oh, Mainu wants 200 grand a week. Oh, you know, Garnacho and his agent. Guys, wake up to this. Wake up to the Glazer-nomics. This is what it's all about. This is what they do. They've done this for years. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Buzzy, I'm glad the Rashi is leaving for AC Milan. I'm glad as well, Buzzy. I just hope that the transfer is a permanent transfer. I really do hope so, because at the end of the day, you know what? I do believe that this will be a great move for Marcus Rashford. He could probably reignite his career. He'd probably be an England international again. You know, who knows? He might go to AC Milan, absolutely smash it. And there you go at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? I really hope so, because we got Thomas Tuchel. He's the new manager of England. You know what? He might like Marcus Rashford. He might give him an opportunity. So this is a perfect opportunity for Marcus Rashford to go to AC Milan and kill it. At the end of the day, look, you know what? I do hope that Marcus Rashford leaves Man United in the end. I don't want this just to be a loan. I want it to be an obligation to buy. I want this to ignite something, you know what I mean, in Marcus Rashford, that, you know what, maybe I should leave Man United. Maybe it's just not working out for me. That's what I want it to do. Be course, of course. The next player to go will be Casse. It looks that way, Buzzy. It looks that way, my friend. At the end of the day, I think that Casemiro is our most expensive player in regards to wages. He's on something like 370 grand a week, isn't he, at the end of the day? Barca left flank is up. Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good morning. Personally, I couldn't care less who is sold as long as the price is right. United should be a platform for young players to launch successful careers, but at the right price. Look, you know what? If someone came in with an offer, of 100 million, right, for Garnacho, then you say, well, you know what? It's not too bad. Take it. But Man United have notoriously, throughout history, we don't sell our young players. If someone came in with these bids for Paul Scholes, Philip Neville, Gary Neville, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, they never would have sold them back in the day. You know what I mean? They never would have sold them because that's not what we do. We got far more pressing issues at Man United than to worry about Garnacho and to worry about Mainu and to worry about all other players. Euro last week, we just signed him. You know what I mean? Great player like him. We got far more pressing issues. We got Dalot, he's a problem. You know, we got Anthony, he's a big problem. We got Casemiro, he's a big problem. We still got Rashford, who's a big problem. Some may say we got Rasmus Højlund, is a little bit of a problem at the moment. Do you know what I mean? We got problems all around. Luke Shaw is a big problem. Tyra Malacia is a big problem at Manchester United. We got these problems left, right, and centre. Some say Onana is a problem as well. You know, at the end of the day, look, we got these issues at Man United that need to be addressed, guys. Before we start talking about players, we should really and truly be planning to build a team around. Do you know what I mean? Rather than selling these players. It doesn't make sense at the end of the day. Buzzy, Ineos too slow with spending money. This is Glazeonomics, Buzzy. Ineos are just basically a pawn for the Glazers. That's all they are. Puppet on a string. Puppet up the backside. Absolutely. Talking like that. That's what they are. And at the end of the day, they're not proving me wrong. They're not proving me wrong because at the end of the day, Glazers are like, they're loving it at the moment. But we should focus our energy on the Glazers and Ineos as a whole because they are two of one. They are two of one. These Glazers and Ineos are both the same. They're both the same. They're both in the same bracket. We need to start focusing on that these two are both the same of the same evil. Two of the same evil. Please like the show. Thank you so much, Buzzy, you legend. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, mate. That's how Ineos needs to F off with the Glazers. Absolutely, mate. Chat. We had an opportunity to sell to Qatar. We failed. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, what can we do? You know, the only thing we can do is protest. The only thing we can do is empty the stadium and stuff like that. But I just don't feel that this fan base have the will or the energy to do that anymore. You know, they're giving Jim Ratcliffe, a good old Jim Ratcliffe, Mank, born and bred. They're giving him an opportunity, ain't they? And then you've got the section of the fan base who believed in Ineos before they came into the football club because they had these sinister reasons that they believe in Ineos because they are the one that, you know what, without even knowing who they are, they're right because he looks like me, because he believes in what I believe in. He's Mank, born and bred. That's what they do. You know what I mean? And Mank, born and bred. Playing on the heartstrings. Come on, get the heck out of here, man. I don't care where you're from. You know what I mean? You do the bloody job properly. Mank, born and bred. Not one picture of you in a Man United jersey in your whole 60, 70 years of existence. You know what I mean? Before you bought the club. Where were you at Old Trafford? Where were you before you bought the club? Where was your season ticket before you bought the club? Oh, but you got a Chelsea season ticket. Look, at the end of the day, look, you know what? We hope that they do the business and we hope that they do well at Manchester United, because at the end of the day, if they do well, Manchester United do well. And that is what is most important at the end of the day. It's most important is that Man United do well on the pitch and they're successful on the pitch. Guys, a little bit of extra news in regards to a defender from Barcelona. Manchester United are interested in Andreas Christensen. I'm sorry to report the news. Andreas Christensen is a defender from Denmark. We all know who Andreas Christensen is, 28 years old. His contract runs out in 2026, so Man United could do a deal for around 20 million euros. Barcelona are looking to offload Andreas Christensen, and it is said that Ruben Amorim is a big fan of him, and Manchester United could put in an offer for Andreas Christensen for 20 million euros. Now, Man United are a little bit light in defence. We know that. It is important that Man United do fill up that defence. We do need another midfielder as well, guys. So that is important as well. So he can play centre back. He can play defensive midfield. He's a very versatile player, right footer, very versatile player for Barcelona. Man United are interested in Andreas Christensen. Guys, news just in. Of course, guys, big up everyone. Ineos are sluggish and inefficient in the transfer as in the first week of the window. The incoming should have been done, absolutely. Outgoings can last until the end of the month, but we knew what we needed. And we knew exactly goals of George. Spot on, brother. Spot on. At the end of the day, we knew what we needed a long time ago. You know, this should have been sorted out a long time ago. A deal should have been agreed a long time ago at the end of the day, you know? And to be honest with you, this is Glazeronomics. It's Glazeronomics. It's typical Glazers. We knew that we're going to struggle in January. Why did we knew? We had this distant thing behind us. I do believe Man United were bringing a player, but I don't think Man United are going to do something absolutely astronomical. I don't think Man United are going to do something amazing. I think we will sign a player, but probably on loan. I do believe that. And speaking of loan deals, Kolo Muani looks likely to be joining Juventus. He doesn't look like joining Man United, so another one bites the dust. Kolo Muani, of course, at PSG, was said to be close to signing for Man United on loan, but it was between Man United, Juventus, and Tottenham Hotspur. It looks as though Muani has chosen Juventus. Another one bites the dust. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust, and another one does, and another one does. Another one bites the dust. Kolo's gone. Kolo's gone to Juventus. He looks like he'll be signing for Juventus on loan, guys. So there you go. Is that about what it is, guys? At the end of the day, that is about what it is. But Man United must not sell young players, gems that are playing in our squad. Who assisted 2 in 2 games? Please remind me. Who assisted 2 in 2 games? Please remind me. Again, Garnacho. At the end of the day, look, we don't do that. We got far more pressing issues at Man United than to worry about the young players. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy at the end of the day. Absolute mad thing at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely. Absolute mad thing, as I say. Good morning, David. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good morning, afternoon, even all Man United fans around the world. We do public fans of United get confused. One day we hear there's a signing, the next there's no signing. Journalists should give correct news. Journalists only can report what they are given. At the end of the day, just because a journalist reports something doesn't mean that it's not true, David. Let me tell you something. Man United could be linked with this player, that player, that player, and that player. It doesn't mean Man United are going to sign those players, but it does mean Man United are linked to those players. Man United could want those players, but it doesn't mean that we signed them. Man United have got over 100 players on their transfer wish list. It doesn't mean we're going to sign 100 players, does it? At the end of the day, this is how it works. We either do that or don't report any news at all. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, these are the players that Man United are looking at. This shows you what type of character we're looking at, what type of player we're looking at, what Ineos are all about, etc. This is what it's all about. It's not about, oh, this is correct news, this is bad, this is bad. Just because something doesn't happen doesn't mean it wasn't correct. You know what I mean? So, if for example, Muani had the choice between Man United, Juventus, and Tottenham Hotspur. He's chosen Juventus. Doesn't mean that it wasn't true that Man United didn't want him. Peep the game, guys. Peep the game. Good morning, Kazi. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Is letting a defender our priority. He will be a support, though, but I don't think he is needed right now. I agree, Buzzy. Just reporting the news, my friend. I agree. I don't think we need Christiansen. If we need a defender, we need a left back. That's what we need at the moment, because there was obviously Diego Leon passed his medical at Manchester United. He was at Old Trafford taking pictures, etc. Nice, but he's not going to join until the summer, is he? So at the moment, it doesn't really help us right now, does it? It doesn't really help us right now, guys. Who is in charge of transfers? They should see him come out and tell us what's happening. Who's on the list? Who they think they are trying to get in position? Every different story. Supermendy going to Arsenal. Supermendy going to Arsenal. So be it. At the end of the day, this is Glazeronomics, and you know what? This is exactly what I expected when we had when Ineos took their 27%. A few Ineos fans were getting a little bit excited about the fact that Jim Ratcliffe has purchased the other bit of share, a few more shares at Man United. This was always in the plan, by the way, guys. This was part of the deal. This isn't nothing special, guys. So at the end of the day, we're not going to get excited about that because this is nothing special. Anyway, all I care about is what Man United do on the football pitch. Man United need to get a step on. They need to get a move on. In my opinion, they're taking far too long in getting deals done. You snooze, you lose. We're lost on Muani now. That's another one that is out the door, off the question, off the table. Of course, guys, you snooze, you lose. Unbelievable. For the Southampton game tomorrow, I want to rest Delect and play Euro this time. I would rest Maguire, to be honest with you. I would rest Maguire. I think Maguire needs a rest. I think he's played a lot of football and he hasn't really been match fit, to be honest with you. But you know what? Either one. I do think we should play Euro. I do believe that, Buzzy. That would be great because at the end of the day, look, he needs match time and, we can rest some players. It is Southampton. Look, guys, let's be honest. We should be beating Southampton tomorrow, guys. But the Premier League, it is difficult. Liverpool drew against Nottingham Forest yesterday. You know what I mean? So that shows you how the Premier League is. The Premier League is crazy at the end of the day. You know what? You don't know what the score is going to be. But Southampton are one of those teams that really Man United should be putting to the sword. Man United should really try and defeat Southampton. It should be a foregone conclusion, of course, guys. Should Anthony play left back instead of Malacia? You know what I would do? Guys, I would do this. I would move Mazrui into left wing back and I'll play Ahmad as a right wing back. I'll play Garnacho Fernandez up there. That's what I'll do. That's what I do. I don't trust Anthony as a left wing back, to be honest with you. There's a reason that he hasn't played there yet under Ruben Amorim. There's a reason that Ruben Amorim isn't trusting Anthony at the moment. Why isn't Ruben Amorim playing Anthony? There's a question there, isn't it? And I trust Ruben Amorim. Every single one of Ruben Amorim's choices have been fair. You know what I mean? You may look at Dalot, but then you can say that, you know what? We haven't got much choice in that area. So Dalot has to play. But you know what? Every single one of Ruben Amorim's choices, in my opinion, have been fair and proper. Big up, Almat. What's going on, my friend? United fans think Garnacho is going to fetch him. Why would Napoli sell Cavara and spend money on Garnacho? Cavara is much older than Garnacho, Almat. Garnacho is a young player, 20 years old. Guys, if people thought like you, Almat, we would have sold David Beckham at 19 when we sent him on loan at Preston North End. He's doing bits. Go and check what Kvaratskhelia was doing at Napoli before at 20 years old, 19. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, look, what we have to do, we have to understand that he is a young player. He's 20 years old. Why are we slandering our young players? Why are we doing that? If it was down to you, Matt, we would have sold Beckham. We would have sold Scholes. We would have sold Giggs, who were not the finished product at 19 and 20, by the way. Beckham was on a loan at Preston North End. Come on, wake up and understand what this club is about. We got far more pressing issues than to be slandering the likes of Garnacho, etc. And exactly what you've done right now is done Glazeronomics. You've fallen into the Glazers trap. The Glazers have got ya. The Glazers have got ya. They planted this seed in the media. Oh, you know what? Garnacho 70 million, Napoli did. I have a Neapolitan wife. I know people in Napoli myself. I got people who know them. It's not true. At the end of the day, this Napoli, at the end of the day, look, what? Why are you saying that? Why is he not good to play for Napoli? Why not? McTominay is. McTominay is good to play for Napoli. And McTominay, McTominay's killing it. You know what I mean? And McTominay was, let's be honest, it was a representation of everything bad at Man United over the last 11 years, according to some people. Big up, Sal. Good morning, brother. Big up. And also, he's playing in Serie A. Serie A is an easy league. You know what I mean? Garnacho's 19, 20 years old. Let's see what he does in 3 years. Let's see that. Let's see what happens. It's not Serie A, guys. This is the Premier League. A Premier League where Nottingham Forest can draw Liverpool, but Liverpool are top of the Champions League group. That's the Premier League. We're Napoli. We're the Italian sides. Let's stop slandering our own players. This is not what it's about. So if the team are going on a winning streak, they are not going to buy players until the summer. Garrett, you know what? You're not wrong, brother. You're not wrong. At the end of the day, that is not what it, you're not wrong, mate. They feed off this positivity in regards to Man United, in regards to winning games. And this was the only fear, isn't it, Garrett? When we defeated Arsenal, drew with Liverpool, the Glazers and Ineos, their thinking will be, we don't need players then, do we? We don't need any players, It's bad. I trust the decision, though. Anyone he chooses to play with, I'm with him. Absolutely, Buzzy. Me too. Me too. I'm all with Ruben Amram. Ruben Amram loves Garnacho, by the way. At the end of the day, there is no truth in this, Almac. There's no truth in this. Napoli want money for Kvaratskhelia. So what Napoli are doing now, let's say this is true, right? Let's for hypothetical reasons, let's say it's true hypothetically, right? So what they want to do is they want to sell Kvaratskhelia for the amount of money that they sold him to PSG, and they want to buy Garnacho 38 million. 38 million plus incentives. That's not going to happen. Now, if Napoli came in and said, slap down 110 million, 100, you know what, there you go, take it or leave it, then you can say, well, you know what, it's a lot of money, maybe we should accept it. You know what I mean? It has to be an astronomical amount of money. But then I look at the Glazers and I look at Ineos, and they're doing exactly that. They're going out and saying, oh, no, you know what? He's worth 80 million. Put an offer that we can't refuse. You're planting the seed. You're planting the seed. Put an offer that we can't refuse. Rather than saying, nah, he's not for sale at any price. They're saying, put an offer we can't refuse. We've got Casemiro. We've still got Rashford. We've got Anthony. We've got Dalot. We've got Malacia. We've got Shaw. But we're concentrating on Garnacho and Ahmad. And not Ahmad, Mainu. It's mad, isn't it? Big up Ahmad, though. UK Darren, love Garnacho, one of the players we need to build around. Absolutely, Darren. Darren, you know the score, brother. You know the score. Mainu, Euro, Ahmad, Garnacho, players we should be building around. What do you think? That is what we should do. The rest of them, all right, Ugarte as well. And I think Mazraoui's good as well. But you know what? The rest of them, move them on and get other players, get new players in there. That's what we need to do at the end of the day. Buzzy, I don't understand why some United fans think it's okay to sell young and competent players. We are not known for that. He is 20 years old. Yeah, Beckham was on loan at Preston North End at 19, 20 years old. You know? At the end of the day, you know, and if we went by, and I'm not talking about people in this chat, but if we went by some of the people that I've seen on Twitter, if we went by their logic, we would have sold Beckham. Oh, he's not good enough. He's not as good as Lamine Yamal at 16, so we need to sell him. It's mad, isn't it? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I've been supporting this club a long time. You know what I mean? I like to think that my opinion actually means something. As soon as I've seen every single Alex Ferguson trophy, and I've seen us come from the abyss to winning, being the best team in the world a couple of times. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, what I would say is that, you know, Garnacho might not be the guy. He might not be the guy. Neither will Mainu or Ahmad. But at the end of the day, what we don't do at this football club is we don't sell our young talent. We don't. Because at the end of the day, I guarantee you, if Garnacho went on the transfer market today, honestly, you're going to see Real Madrid. You're going to see Napoli. You're going to see Bayern Munich. You're going to see Barcelona. Trust me. Garnacho doesn't really work as a wing-back. Kvara would fit the system better. But Kvara's not at us, mate. We ain't got Kvara. We ain't got Kvara at the moment. I wanted him. I thought that he would have been the perfect signing for Manchester United. He would have been brilliant at Man United. But that's Glazonomics, Matt. If we really wanted Kvaratskhelia, if we really wanted him, we would have got him. We're Man United. We're not bloody PSG. And I mean, that's just a waste of a talent going there. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if he had the choice between PSG and Man United, he would have went Man United, despite PSG being in the Champions League. I don't think he cares about that. Playing for Man United is more prestigious than playing for PSG. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what? I would have liked Kvaratskhelia. I would have kept both of them. Both of them. He's 20. He can develop into that role. He's 20. He assisted the goal against Arsenal the other day. He scored an FA Cup final last season. You know what? He's been our better player over the last year or 2 years. He's been one of our better players. And he's only 20. We can develop that, nurture that. That's what we can do. That's what I'm saying. We can nurture that. We shouldn't be talking about, oh, Kvaratskhelia is better. I mean, he would be better. I would like to see Garnacho in Serie A. He'll tear it up. Serie A is a rubbish league. When was the last time a Serie A team won in bloody Europe? Atalanta went to the final. That's about as close as you're going to get. But Garnacho is coachable, and he is showing the signs. Yeah, Buzzy. He is. Absolutely. Absolutely. Players going to the French league have no ambition. I agree, Darren. Players going to the French league. Do you really want players going to the French league? I wouldn't leave Napoli to go to PSG. I wouldn't leave Napoli to go to PSG. Why am I going to go to PSG? People look at you and think, oh, you only went there for the money. That's what they're going to say. Man United are a great football club, an elite football club with history. I know we're not where we want to be, but I would much rather sign, even if I wasn't a Man United fan, and I'm not being biased here, but even if I wasn't a Man United fan, I would sign for Man United instead of PSG. If the offer was on the table, of course. But you know what? The offer was not on the table. Ineos didn't put the offer on the table. I would love Kvaratskhelia. I like him. I think he's one of the best players in Europe. I think he's one of the best players in Europe at the moment. He's an absolute baller, but he has been playing in Serie A. Right? But he's still a baller. And I would have loved Man United to sign him. He would have been perfect for Ruben Amorim's system. Brilliant. But then we have Ahmad, don't we? You know, and you know what? It can work both ways. I don't think Kvaratskhelia will be happy playing a left wing back. I mean, I think he much prefer to be in an attacking third of the pitch, in my opinion, but that's me. But you know what? We're not going to get Kvaratskhelia. I wanted him. Everyone knows I wanted him for many years, not just this year, for last year and the year before. I've said he's a brilliant player and we just should have signed him. But maybe Man United need to do this. Maybe they need to get their step on and maybe look at players around Europe, around South America and stuff and find the next best thing. And when we're getting giddy over silly things, we're getting giddy over Jason Wilcox doing his job. What he's called to do. We're getting giddy over Omar Barada doing his job. That's what you're supposed to do at the end of the day. We're getting excited that, oh, you know what, Jason Wilcox found Diego Leon, you know, blah, blah, blah. That's his job. Give me the job. I'll find you much more than Diego Leon, mate. I'll find you much more players than Diego Leon. I will go around the bloody world. I'll find you some gems. Trust me. You know what I mean? It's a bit like tall girls saying, oh my God, look at the cleaner. He cleaned the toilet today. This is his job. You know, it's like celebrating that, isn't it? You know, at the end of the day, like we're getting giddy over stupid things. And you know what? We're lowering our standards. We're thinking it's okay to sell our best players. We're thinking it's okay to sell our young players. We're starting to plant the seed of that bacterial infection that is going to plague us again. That it's okay to sell Garnacho for the right price. Since when did Man United become a selling club? Since when? Please tell me, since when did Man United become a selling club? We're only a selling club because the Ineos, with their vanity project, came into the football club. That's why we're a selling club, because they had their measly 27%. That's why we're a selling club. They make me sick. Honest to God, honestly, Ineos, Jim Ratcliffe, you know what I mean? And people are going to deny it. Those people who supported Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers, you basically support the Glazers because Jim Ratcliffe went to bed with them. It's basically a threesome. You, the Glazers, and Jim Ratcliffe. It's disgusting. But, guys, it is what it is. We have a game tomorrow, believe it or not, against Southampton. And it's a game that Man United should really try and win comfortably. Man United have a huge history against Southampton. Something I'm going to be touching on later on Chatterbox. Man United versus Southampton. It's going to be a good match preview, of course, guys. And we'll be live later on, of course, for the match preview, of course, guys. Absolutely. Let's have a look at this. Bear me a second, guys. Just writing this tweet. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Buzzy, at least let's wait until the summer. There's more players than the Ghana to leave now. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, no one is untouchable. I know that, Buzzy. But you know as well as I do, a 20-year-old shouldn't be sold at Man United. There's far more pressing issues at Man United right now. For goodness sake, we're keeping Harry Maguire at 32. I don't care how good Harry Maguire is. And I've been praising Harry Maguire for the last bloody few weeks. What a brilliant professional he is. How inspirational he is. But if we're going to keep Harry Maguire at 32, but we're going to sell Garnacho at 20, What kind of message does that really send out? I'm jealous of the talent PSG accumulated. Just once, I would like to bring in the quality of the PSG. We are a big club, but we are behaving like you know why we ain't behaving like a big club, Mac? It's because of the Glazers and Ineos. You know that, and we all knew that. Jim Ratcliffe is coming across as a snobby penny pincher. That's what he's coming on, and it just looks that way. And how anyone could trust this guy, how anyone could put their full faith in this guy, how anyone could think sacking security guards on 16 grand a year is going to really help. Saving 35 million collectively. Wow. Man United, such a big club. Let's save 35 million. Wow. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, collectively, you know what I mean? We are not run well. And we've got penny pinches now. Just when we thought, you know what, we've been put through the mud the last 20 years. Man United have been put through the mud, haven't they? To be honest with you. And you know what? We thought it would have been over. Buzzy, yes, the game, Sal. Big up, big up. Yes, Southampton tomorrow. Later on, I'm doing my match preview, guys. Don't forget to watch me on the match preview, guys. Very important. I've got some big things for you guys coming up real soon, guys. So a fantastic win on Thursday. We'll keep the confidence up. Absolutely, Buzzy. And you know what will be great? Couple of goals from Garnacho. You know what I would do? I told you I would play Garnacho and Fernandez as the number 10, and I will play Ahmad as a right wing back because we've got no choice, and Mazraoui as a left wing back. That's what I would do. Good morning, Liza Rami. How you doing? Glazers out, Qatar in. I wish it was that simple, brother. I do wish it was that simple. Unfortunately, we disrespected the Qatar bid. We disrespected it. Lies were spread. Malicious lies, sinister lies, and stuff were spread around Qatar. And to be honest with you, what can we do? We missed our best opportunity for us to have the Glazers leave the football club, and not anytime soon. We're not going to get another buyer, to be honest with you. It doesn't look that way. Sad in one way, isn't it, really? Buzzy, I agree with you, Sal. This is not a selling club. We nurture pure talent. We don't want to put money in Ineos' pockets. Exactly. And this is exactly what it is. It's planting the seed for other teams to come in and say, there's 80 million, take it or leave it. We're not coming back with another offer. This is what they want. This is why they're not debunking stories. This is why they're not, shouting out, no, this is not true. He's not for sale at any price. He's one of our best players. This is why they're not doing that. Because they would love a Real Madrid, a Barcelona to say, 80 million for Garnacho. Take it or leave it. I guarantee they'll take it. They'll take it. And will they reinvest it? Flipping hell. They'll be signing someone from bloody Hearts of Oak in Ghana. That's what they'll be doing for 2.5 million. That's what they'll be doing. That's what they're all about. Yes, you could sign your young players from around the world. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you still got to match it in with a little bit of talent. Do you know what I mean? They do crap me up. Honest to God, because they're so readable. It's so readable, it's unreal. And you know what? I'm like, these guys just, I wish they would just get out of our football club. Bloody hell, I wish that we should cancel games, guys. Honest to God. Do what we did against Liverpool. Cancel games. Maybe they'll start moving their backside. Maybe we'll start remortgaging Ineos and maybe bring some money into Man United and start buying some players. Proper players. You know what I mean? PSG do it right, but guess what? PSG are owned by Qatar, ain't they? You know what I mean? Oh, Qatar's not the right choice. Said nobody at all, apart from people who just watch too many Disney cartoons. That's exactly what it is. Liza Rami, hope it's a United win and not a great kit. Absolutely. Liza Rami, it's not the grey kit, unfortunately. Yeah, the famous grey kit, of course. We ended up playing in black, blue, and white. We changed it at half time. I actually got that kit. It's in London at the moment. I've got to get it back. I've actually got that. I bought it when it came out in 1996. Still got it. And you know what? Yeah, that kit, definitely. Christmas 1995. Christmas 1995. I think it was. Christmas 1995. I got it as a Christmas present back then. But you know what? Yeah, at the end of the day, Man United should really put Southampton a sword. Man United should really defeat Southampton. Man United should, win comfortably. Then we got Brighton on Sunday. Of course, Brighton represents a different challenge for us. Brighton have also, had good results against Man United over the last few years. You know what? We shouldn't be going there and saying, right, oh my God, we're playing Brighton. We should just go there and smash them. That's what we should do. That's the mentality that it should be. Let's go and smash Brighton. Forget about everything else. Let's smash Brighton. That's what we should be on at the end of the day. Not worrying about what Brighton do. Then we got, of course, Glasgow Rangers, which represents its own challenges. Glasgow Rangers is a British derby, so they're going to be really up for that game. They're going to be begging to beat Man United. It'd be fantastic for them. You know what I mean? That's what they want to do. This is what they are. This is why Glasgow Rangers and Celtic exist, to go to Premier League clubs and try and win at the end of the day. Buzzy, Sal, I'm a Ghanaian, low hearts of oak suck. Please, no player from there. Big up, Buzzy. Buzzy, ball knowledge, brother. Ball knowledge. Worldwide. You know what I mean? Proper knowledge, guys. I like those guys, other guys, to be talking about hearts of oak like me. Do you know what I mean? Big up hearts of oak, though. You know what I mean? Big up. They were bigger than before. You know what I mean? At least their heart is in the oak. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Big up hearts of oak, everyone, of course. Brighton game on Sunday is a home game, so we should win. I hope so, Buzzy. They do have a good record there, to be honest with you. So we need to put to sword Brighton. And Brighton beat Rangers, beat Ipswich, beat Fulham, beat Fulham away is going to be difficult. Fulham away is going to be difficult. That's a game that is away from home they can play. They've done well, Fulham, let's be honest, this season. I think they lost yesterday, didn't they? I think they lost yesterday, old Fulham. Let me have a look at the results yesterday. Fulham. There we go. Let's have a look at the scores from yesterday, because there was quite a few. Brentford, yeah, Man City dropping points against Brentford. Looks like their title charge is over. Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 2. Looks like their title charge is over. West Ham 3, Fulham 2. Not bad. They were 2-0 down, I heard before, but that's not bad. They did come back from that, of course. Like and share the stream. Sal, the hardest working you guys streamer. Let's go. Spread the word. Thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate you, man. Appreciate every single one of you who turn up every single day. We don't always agree. But you know what? One thing, we're passionate. I'm passionate. I'm a real United fan. Do you know what I mean? I'm not there sitting with a Man United cap and a Man United jersey and call myself a Man United fan when I'm, sitting wherever I'm sitting and pretending I'm a Man United fan. You know what I mean? I go way back, guys. This is why I can talk about Hearts of Oak straight off the banter. Bye. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But you know what? There we go. Sal, it's because we can't get Deadwood out. Yeah, but then again, Garrett, if we didn't have Ineos and we didn't have the Glazers, if we didn't have Ineos and we had a full Sal, we wouldn't have to worry about getting the Deadwood out, would we? We'd pay off their contracts. We'd get rid of them. That's what we would have done. But unfortunately, we got Ineos. You know what I mean? Jim Ratcliffe. And they ruined our opportunity with that. At the end of the day, the Glazers are an enemy of the football club, right? They have gone to bed with the enemy. And as positive as you know, Garrett, I'm very positive. I will call out bull when I hear bull. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, Ineos were not good for this football club. Man United needed a full Sal, Glazers out, debt cleared. That's what they needed. Thank you, Jim Ratcliffe, for facilitating the Glazers and going to bed with the Glazers, of course. Already we can see the impact of Amarim. Getting the players of liking will show he's good. Our soccer will be football, David, not soccer. Will be once for no one says soccer in this stream, guys. No one. Talented players, then we can themselves, we start winning. Spot on, David, apart from the soccer bit. Absolutely. Southampton have improved a lot since the last games. I really rated Sulemana, as he was one of the most talented wingers in the generation Southampton move. Haven't they got Sagara? Haven't they got Sangare, the PSV player? No, he plays for Nottingham Forest. Excuse me. He plays for Nottingham Forest. But Southampton are decent now. They've improved. I agree. But Man United should still sweep them aside. Man United shouldn't really... If we lose to Southampton, for goodness sake, what's the point of going to Liverpool and Arsenal if you're going to lose to Southampton at the end of the day? The Fulham away game at the Cottage scares us because they play the same formations and their wing backs are great. They actually are formation with proper wing backs, isn't it, Buzzy? You know what I mean? So we're going to have to be careful. But Man United should still overpower them. But you know what? It's a game that any team in the Premier League can suffer. Any team in England could suffer against Fulham. Even Arsenal, even Liverpool, even Man City, they could suffer at Fulham. Fulham's a tough game. The Craven Cottage is a tough game. It's a tight little ground, and we've always had notoriously difficult games there. We do have a good record there. We have some historic wins as well, you know, which were pivotal in our title wins and stuff like that. We do have some good ones as well. But, you know, the overriding feeling is that is going to be a difficult game for Man United. And, you know what? He who dares wins. You know what? At the end of the day, Man United have to win these games. You know, these are games that you should be winning if you have aspirations, you know, at the end of the day, guys. Augustin, good morning, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're good. Good morning, Sal. United should get the players before the close window. I hope so, Augustin. Fingers crossed. We're all hoping. We're gathering here on a digital level, holding hands, praying that Man United get some deals done, guys. That is what it's about. We hope and we pray that Man United get some deals, guys. Hopefully. Fulham lost through Rick, yeah. But they're playing away. At home, they're a little bit different. They're a different animal at home. Fulham are a home team. They're one of those teams who like to play at home. They like to, you know what I mean, give us hell at home. They've done that in the past. Better Man United teams have been there and lost. Do you know what I mean? So we'll have to wait and see what happens in regards to that. Dropski, who's linked to Man United? Loads. My friend, loads. Welcome to the stream, Dropski. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much, my friend. Well, Man United are after Andreas Christensen at the moment. There's news about that. Muani looks like he's going to Juventus, unfortunately. Sadly, Rashford could have his Man United medical as soon as today, but it might be tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. Man United, in regards to signings, it's a very quiet time at Man United. You can hear a pin drop. And Man United, Glazeronomics. That is what it's all about at the moment. It's all about the Glazeronomics, of course, guys. Glazers are like, oh, we're playing so well at the moment. We're playing so good at the moment. You know, we don't need any signings. We drew against Liverpool. We beat Arsenal. We don't need any signings. Glazeronomics. I was at work, asked my wife to score. We were losing 3-0. I asked her for her to please turn the TV upside down. It was a dark day. I couldn't work after that. Got drunk. Those were the days. Big up, David. Big up, David. Good. Sanjay, George Harrison on the radio. Big up George Harrison, legend, by the way. Big up George Harrison. Those who know will know. Alejandro Goran needs to stay at Man United. Kevin, my guy. You know what? Man United have never been a selling club. Man United do not sell their young players. The problem I have with people these days is that, you know what, they expect a 20-year-old to play like Lamine Yamal. And then they'll use this platform like that, and they'll say, look at Lamine Yamal. He's 16. He's doing it. He's doing it. Like Garnacho hasn't been. He's been good, and he's still 20. David Beckham was on loan at Preston North End at 19. Should we turn our back on David Beckham because he isn't as good as Lamine Yamal at 16? So we should sell David Beckham. Patience. Just patience. Do you know what I mean? We should be planning on building the team around these young players. We should be installing confidence into these young players. Mainu, Ahmed, Garnacho, Yoro, Ugarte. These players are still young. We should be saying, you guys here, you are the future of Man United. That's what we should be doing. Not saying that we're going to sell you, you know, the best offer. You know what? Garnacho is valuable. Why are they not transfer listing Dalot and Anthony and Malacia and Shaw and Casemiro and Rashford? Why are they not doing that? Because they know they can't get any money. And that's why they want to sell Garnacho, because the Ineos, the Glazeronomics, that is what it's all about with them, guys. Absolutely. Big up, Kevin. Unfortunately, for some United players, Amarin style allows no patches. Only talented grifters will survive. Players can evolve. Players can evolve. I think Garnacho can evolve. 100%. Christiansen in the back three works great. Chelsea won the Champions League and he played a crucial part. Yes. He's a good player. Problem is that the Glazers are looking at someone a little bit younger. Well, Ineos are looking at someone a bit younger. He is 28. So we're going to have to think about that one. But the key point is that we can get him for less than 20 million euros. This is where we are at the moment. We're shopping at the bottom of the barrel. Well, I wouldn't say the bottom of the barrel, but we're really penny pinching at the moment. We're penny pinchers, FC, at the moment. This is what Ineos are. You know, and they don't give a damn. You know, they're cutting people on 16 grand a year. They're doing things like that, of course, you know. And guys, we got 2 weeks of this window, right? And I hope I'm coming back on this window, right? And saying, we signed this player, we signed that player. I hope so. That's what I want. It's only going to help Ruben Amorim because at the moment, our squad, if Rashford looks likely to leave, so that is weakened our squad. Regardless what you think about Marcus Rashford, it's weakened our squad, hasn't it? The squad is weak now. You know what I mean? We really, truly have to understand that, you know what, if we sell players, we do need to obviously replace them. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, what we're going to do? What we're going to do? We're just going to... It's madness at the end of the day. I have no idea. I'm lost for words, guys. I am really lost for words, of course, guys, in regards to what's going on with Man United at the moment, of course, guys. Absolutely. Lost for words, of course. Bear me a second. Just see this. Okay, Buzzy. Bruno and Ghana are evolving in the new system, and that is what I want. I was happy Bruno encouraged Ghana to celebrate with the fans after this. Great leadership. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. You know what? Garnacho's not a party animal. He doesn't go Belfast 48 hours before a game. He's a family man. He's just had a baby. You know what? And you know what we should be doing is supporting him. That's what we should be doing at the end of the day. You know, but unfortunately, there's some people out there. We all know who they are. They're very ugly. They're fat. And they sit there, 3 of them in one room together, too many man, talking about Garnacho and talking about Højlund, because you know what? They're not the same as them. They're sinister. And that's what they do. Do you know what I mean? We all know who they are. And that's what they do. They use their platform, which was given to them by flipping Mark Goldbridge, and then they slander other players. That's what they do. This is what they're about. When they look at themselves, the only bloody thing that they have higher than Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund is their bloody cholesterol. That is all. Chatterbox is here, guys. This is what Chatterbox is all about. We speak the real truth. We speak the real. That's what we do, guys, at the end of the day. That is what it's all about, guys. It is all about Stretford Post and Chatterbox, of course, guys. You know what? We don't sugarcoat things, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. And we keep it going. It's all about Man United, and we hope that Man United will be back, guys, tomorrow. Of course, I'll be doing my match preview later on today, 2 p.m. UK time. And I will be live tomorrow for the watch-along, guys. A midnight kickoff for me. A midnight kickoff, and the game will finish about 1:45. God forbid it's going to be a tough one for me, guys. But you know what? I'm going to be here live for you guys, watching Man United put Southampton to the sword, of course, guys. That is what it's all about, of course. We spent 86 million on Anthony, 70 million on Casemiro, 70 on Højlund, and 60 million on Mason Mount. Yet we are better players become available. We suddenly don't ask to take the checkbook. Infuriating. Yeah. You know why, isn't it, Almac? It's because a lot of those players are shirt sellers. Apart from Højlund, we have to look at the previous ownership, the incompetent negotiation skills of the Mertens and the Woodwards of this world that leave transfers right to the last minute. And then we end up having to pay over extortionate amounts for these players. It's bad. 90 million for Anthony was absolute. I mean, 90 million altogether for Anthony. Yeah, 86, yeah. And to be honest with you, disgusting deal. He's a 30 million pound player at most. He's a 30 grand a week player at most. Honest to God. I'm telling you. You look at players like Rafinha, you know, and you look at Rafinha and you think that Rafinha played for Leeds, didn't he? And you look at that and you think about, look at Rafinha compared to Anthony. You know what I mean? And you think, goodness me, he cost a fraction of the price. It's mad, isn't it? Really enjoyed today's show. Thank you, sir. Big up, Buzzy. Really enjoyed your company, my friend. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, of course. Everyone in the chat, of course. It will be afternoon kickoff, and I will be here with you, Sal. Thank you so much, Buzzy. Really appreciate your company, mate. Absolutely. I'm going to need it. I'm going to need all the company I can get, because at the moment, you know what? I need Man United to win. We need to win against Southampton. Do you know what I mean? It is a massive game. Man United to go on a 6, 7, 8 winning game run. What about that? What about that? Man United on a 10-game unbeaten run. That's what we need. Man United are unbeaten in 10 games. And watch us storm up that game. We're already unbeaten for like 3 games? 3 games. Is it 3 games we're unbeaten at the moment? Yeah, I think we're unbeaten of 3 games at the moment. No, we're not. We're unbeaten in 2 games. But you know what? Let's make that free tomorrow. Let's make that free tomorrow, guys. Guys, thanks so much for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Please spread the word, the Stretford Post. It gets very heated in this channel. You know, we don't sugarcoat anything. It's not about that. You know what I mean? We fight our cause and we give opinions. Every single one of you has a legitimate opinion, and to be honest with you, you do make sense. And guys, and you're very good. You have top ball knowledge, guys. Absolutely, guys. Again, thank you everyone for joining me, and please don't forget to subscribe if you're new and smash a like on the video. I'm Sal Warner. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Stretford Post and Instagram, Stretford Post. Guys, don't forget to also follow my brother, Shaq Warner, Unchained. Some really, really real interviews in there. Got some amazing interviews in there. Brilliant channel, of course. I will be on there soon as well. Guys, thank you so much. I'm Sal Warner. This is Stretford Post and Breaking Dawn. Big up the Breaking Dawners, guys. Take it easy and come on, guys. Just keep believing, guys. Positivity always resonates, guys. So take it easy and have a great day. Peace.